Audio check 1, 2. Audio check 1, 2. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day number 7, the final day of SpeedWeek 2026. Appreciate you all coming back in for day number 7. This will be a short day. There are a couple of record return vehicles on the line, Chico being one of them. He's so thrilled to requalify for that record again. Hopefully everything works out great for him and his bike so that he can get that record and go home a happy man. That him and his crew have been working really hard to make that bike work. I think there are 3 record return vehicles this morning, and there are other vehicles in line this morning to make an attempt on the Salt. So far, Don Ferguson, Team Ferguson with Danny Thompson driving, has top speed of the meet at 406 exit speed. Did not set a record, unfortunately, as a famous land speed racer by the name of Donnie would say. Bonneville can humble you, or will humble you. It's really fun to pick up some of the cool little sayings from various different land speed racers along the way. Some good ones. I like that one. All right, warming up on the front line right now, car number 1007. I think that's a Crosley. Not my flavor of vehicle as far as knowing 100% if that's a Crosley or not. Oh, it's real Crosley with real Crosley power. Awesome. Are you part of the team?
No.
No, okay. I have my areas of expertise. This is not one of them.
I talked to him in inbound.
Did you? Cool. It looks like it might be washed. Yeah. Leave the mic open so you guys can hear the engine. About to get the all clear. Record return runs beginning in 3. Waiting for the all clear. Looked like we were going to get the all clear. Chico's fired up, getting his engine warmed up. Here we go, car number 1007 on course now. Getting his teeth chattered, grabbing for second, heading for the quarter mile. Favoring the left side of the course, left center. Must be a heck of a ride with no suspension like that. Favoring mostly the center of the course. Try again.
What do you think? 125 and we'll open it up a quick.
You've been playing with that camera all week. I haven't.
Watch, it's going to be worse.
I better go to my perch, get a time on that bike or that car. Thank you. Get a time. All right, I'm effing off down at the Salt there on the start line.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm just saying hi.
Oh, morning. How we doing? Getting my getting a Polaroid from Church of Speed. As you guys know, I love photography. All right, car number 1007. Does he get it? It's running on an open record. It's I as in India classic production vehicle. The witness is the entry. Gerald Davenport behind the controls. Through mile 2 at 64.662. That's car number 1007. Let's see what he qualified with. 1007. Qualified with an 80.640 on an open record. And he did that at the 2 mile. So that's going to be interesting average there. It is an open record, so whatever 64 and 80 averages out to be, that will be his record to take home. That is an open record that no one has touched in India I engine classic production. Next up is going to be the Sabre, I do believe. See Jill standing out there in front of that car. That Polaroid turned out quite nicely. All right, looks like we're waiting on what vehicle we're going to send next here. See what's happening here with my rovering camera. Huh. And there it is. Just thinking I ruined my DSLR that I'm using for a rover camera. It's my backup of my backup camera. Actually, it's backup of my backup of my backup. I thought I overheated it yesterday. It did give me some fits. So seems to be okay at the moment. For fun, let's look at that average from that Crosley that ran just a minute ago. Let's see, that is 64.662. And what was his last run? He qualified with an 80.640. So he earns that record at 72.651 approximately. Not an official time, just me playing with a little bit of math. I'm sure they'll be posting on Facebook what the actual official time is. I'm going to take this bad boy here real quick and do a couple of pans for you on the rover. Give you guys what's happening this morning. Look at those beautiful mountains out in the background. If you haven't made it to Bonneville, you've got to come at least once. It's just that epic. And the sunrises every morning generally never fail to impress. I'm really big on sunrises and sunsets. Connoisseur of sorts. Got crews out there. I put the short lens on for the rest of the meet because having the 7200 on my shoulder the whole time was without balance on the rig that I'm using. It was really just kind of a pain in the butt. Let's go down and go talk to Jill, shall we? All right. Let's not be lazy while it's cool. This is the last moments of SpeedWeek 2026. This guy showed up every single day. I'm not sure what his story is, but this guy has showed up just about every single day. just to show that he's serious. Not sure who he is, but there you go. Seems like he makes it a journey since at least 2021 with this particular rig. Kind of cool. Those of you that are in logistics, maybe support Land Speed Racer fans. Go check out his website. Maybe if you are in the world of logistics, you need something moved, maybe check him out. No, I didn't get paid for that plug. Promise you. Check out this awesome bike. 1000cc. Don't drop it. Beautiful chrome pipes. Pay a little attention to the motorcycles. Morning. Rider's back here, kicking back, waiting for his run. You want to talk? Live stream? No? Some people will talk, some people won't. It's all good. Can't always put a camera in front of people's face.
There's a snapshot on the back of those graph locks, and these guys make it. That's what makes it so cool.
That's the cool camera
now you
Nick
take
shot
a
with.
picture of his camera.
Polaroid. Old is cool again.
It's not a Polaroid. It's a Nons, and it shoots on Instax.
Instax, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not a Polaroid.
Well, it's like Xerox. Can you give me a Xerox, please?
Or a Kleenex, or
Yeah.
it's any of those kind of things where it's kind of.
That photo is appearing in front of our eyes. That is just so cool. It's funny that we've forgotten all about that from when we were younger.
And it's coming back.
It is.
People love to hold and touch things, you know, like if you buy an album or a movie, it's not like you go to the store and get a hard copy of it anymore. I mean, a lot of people miss out on that experience of like the smell of a record shop because it smells like your greasy dinner because you downloaded it on the Xbox or whatever. Yeah. But as you can see, we've overexposed this one slightly, so we're going to make a correction and reshoot it.
That's the fun part.
Well, you know, it's Bonneville. It's the way it goes sometimes.
But she hasn't been out for and she came out a lot.
Hey, you should wait till you get older to play in that chair.
No way, man.
There's an age requirement for that. You got to wait till you're like 80.
These are our shop chairs. They're the best shop chairs.
Are they
you can
really?
get. I kid you not. So here's what the deal is. I had the fancy shop chairs with the big wheels. I've had all the chairs. But look, watch this. Folds up. You can bring it to the salt. It rolls anywhere you want. You need to have the big plastic wheels though,
Okay.
because the big plastic wheels on the concrete, perfect.
Pro tip here, guys, for the shop and at Bonneville.
Yep. Here you go.
Love it.
And then when you push around the salt, it's like, wow. But yes, I should you guys.
All right, someone's running. Who's running? Oh, there goes the Sabre.
Good morning.
Good morning. I was thinking you were going to keep your back turned for a minute. But that's all right.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I missed the moment. Sometimes you look down course and it's so cool.
I do.
You want to say any words for day 7? When you're ready.
Whenever.
Okay. Sounded really good down course, grabbing for 4th down by the 1.75 miles. Everybody hold the camera straight today, huh?
I really want to see it.
Morning, Jill.
Good morning, Tim.
Day number 7.
Yes.
Final day.
This is the day you wake up with your eyes are swollen and you're like, okay, I can do this.
Yes. One more time.
So this morning we've only had 4 record return runs, which are all very happy folks. We'll do qualifying again for a couple hours, and then if somebody qualifies again, then we'll back them up about noon, let them do a backup run, and then there you go, done for 2026.
Beautiful.
How are you doing, Tim?
I'm doing well. Everyone's happy for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
And yeah.
We're good.
Another documented 2026 SpeedWeek.
Yep. I think we have a lot of happy folks and some great record setters, and no matter what, I mean, everybody coming up saying they just had a fine time. That Mother Nature didn't do the best with the salt for us, but you got to take what you can get out here. And we think about people that had rough weeks this week, so they're surely on my mind, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. All right, well, go get it. Stay cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jill.
Thank you, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
Would you like to talk on live stream at all on your last run?
Absolutely. What do you got?
Excellent. LSR Live, and you got the record just a minute or yesterday. You're about to go back it up. Talk about your challenges for the week, if you like.
Yeah.
Ready? All right, here you go. We got Chico, bike number 339. Go for it, buddy.
Yesterday we qualified for a J. Allen record. Record's 173.686. We ran a 174.3 some change. We're gonna back this up this morning. Then I'm gonna give Jay Allen a call and let him know. Jay Allen's a cool dude, man. Legendary land speed racer. It's been like threading a needle this week trying to get the best line on the track. The environment out here is ever changing and not for the better. But the challenges are accepted. Just keep bringing it. The team has been thrashing all week. I grenaded a transmission on day 2. They had me back up and running on the next morning. We've been having basically just traction issues. We don't have any suspension on the rear section of this motorcycle. And that's kind of our limitation right now with the track conditions that we have. And it's been a blast so far. I just love coming out here.
Awesome.
The SCTA, they're just a dream to work with. Everybody is so hospitality is awesome, attitude's awesome. Follow the rules and get out here and have a good time. The fans this year have just been the numbers were huge, and I just want to say thanks for letting us have the privilege to come out here and race.
Awesome. Thank you, Chico. Good luck. Happy Life, No Wife Racing, bike number 3339. All right, let's get back up to the perch. Let's see what Speed by Spectre did. You guys probably already know since I put the timing slips at the bottom, right? Did that on purpose, On the Gallows trailer. Speed by Spectre. Why did I say that? Sabre, the Sabre on course. Car number 302. Wow. Jay, Blown Modified Grand Touring. That's when you know that my mouth is engaged and the brain is just slipping the clutch. Went through mile 2 at 162.025. 2 1/4, 167.877. Mile 3, 170.240. Mile 4, 173.123. Mile 5, 184.284 with an exit speed of 189.267. That was car number 302. $174.475 yesterday. 184. Take it to impound. I think he got the record. That averages out quite nicely between a 184.284 and a 174.475, and I think the record was somewhere right around 173. Nice job. All right, up next is going to be Happy Life No Wife Racing with Chico. That is a 2000cc special construction motorcycle using a pushrod engine on fuel. Class record's 173.686. And Chico qualified yesterday, just barely. He's qualified for this record already once before this week. Qualified yesterday with a 174.304 at mile 5. Let's see how he does on course now. Bike number 3339. 174.304. Get the calculator ready for this next run. How about that? Bike 3339 through mile 2 at 165.843, 2 1/4, 171.637, mile 3, 172.283. Things are looking good, promising. 2 more miles to go to get past that 173.686 for a good average. Let's go. Oh boy, this isn't good. Mile 4, 172.230. Went just a little slower through mile 4. Come on, buddy, start peeling some of that fire suit off. Get those socks off. You're gonna need it. Should have visited the human litter box before heading out. Wow, mile 5 at 171.730 exit speed, 171.074. What is that average out going to look like? Let's see. Mile number 3, 172.238. $173.271. Just missed it. Record's 173.686, and he got it at 173. The average is 173.271. Not going to be happy. That is a shame. I am sorry, Chico. Bonneville will humble you. Bike number 127 on course now, favoring the right side of the course. Center right, heading for the quarter mile. Grabbing for gears, looking for speed, sounding really nice, like he's heading off to Cooks because the Blue Mountains are getting warm. That is Big D Cycle, running on a class record of 121.898. Bike number 127. He qualified yesterday with a 127.829 in mile 3, 129.677 in mile 2. Qualified with a 129.677 in mile 2. Mile 2, 117.793. Historically, he's usually faster in the second mile. And he's not doing as good as he is hoping. 2 1/4, 117.787. Not much difference in speed. A little slower. Remember, guys, you got to use the restroom and remove your socks when the margins are this thin. Mile 3, 116.714. That averages out to be 123.735. He gets the record. Take it home. Take it to impound. Congratulations. That looks like it averages out correctly. 123.735 is probably going to be his official time. Not an official time from me. I am not the official timer. I'm just a guy with a microphone and a camera. We'll leave that up to the official timers, but my prediction is 123.735, and he gets to take that record home, bumps it by 3 miles an hour. Nice job. Take it to impound, sir. Still plenty of great vehicles on the line. Think that was the end of qualifier, or backup runs. Hey, we got Catzilla back on the line. I thought they blew their motors up. I'm remembering something different. My reality is skewed. Been away from the house for almost a month. Living out of a suitcase. On course now, favoring the left side of the course. Grabbing for gears, looking for speed. Bike number 991. Easy Nines Racing with Matt behind the controls. Class record is 205.343. Ran yesterday a 199.073. His run before that was 202.882 in the 5 mile. 201.950 previous to that in the 5 mile. So he's been sitting there on the doorstep of the record, just kind of knocking on the door, and no one's letting him in. Through mile 2 at 188.267, 2 1/4, 197.271. Mile 3, 198.772, climbing quite nicely. He's being really, really consistent with previous runs. You really want to see it be faster than that. Not necessarily consistent with the previous run. You want it to be faster. Mile 4, 200.403 is just a mile an hour slower than his previous run. He's been just pounding on the door for that record. Not quite getting there. Start shedding some of those clothes on the way down the track. Mile 5, 201.527 with an exit speed of 200.637. Stop skipping numbers. This is not speed reading, Tim. Catzilla 2 off the line now, roaring down course with a great harmonic hum. They've had a pretty tough week with all sorts of varying issues, one of which being, I believe, an engine issue of some sort that they had to deal with. That is car number 1148G Gas Streamliner. Mile 2 at 136.806. Two and a quarter, 78.785. That doesn't look good. Whatever issues they've been experiencing, I don't think they've fully sorted out just yet. This team usually performs really well. It's usually quite impressive. especially with two engines, trying to get two engines to do the same thing at the same time. It's really an impressive bit of craftsmanship to accomplish something like that. Yeah, it's like looking at Keogh's 3-engine motorcycle. You know, fastest time he's seen so far is 167, I believe, on that bike. And he's been creeping up on getting it faster and faster, and it takes a lot of ingenuity to make that happen. Roaring on the course now, bike number 8866. Special construction push rod on gas. Special construction frame, push rod engine on gas. Daniel Lang behind the controls. Class record is 169.975. And they got a really cool trailer where they got a mini split air conditioner on their crew trailer. But man, they picked one of those clankety Harbor Freight generators from 1990. So it creates all sorts of fun racket. Bike number 8866. Let's see what his previous runs look like. Bike number 8866. His last run was a 109 at mile 2, 119, 119 at 2 1/4. 116 at 2 1/4, and a 127 at 2 1/4. He's attempting to qualify for 169 class record. Mile 2, 120.779, sounding really good down course. 2 1/4, 120.553. Not the direction you want to see the speed go when you go past the 2. Some of these motorcycles, I wonder if they miss the concept of land speed racing. You're supposed to hit the 2 mile and then twist the throttle further, not release the throttle. I don't know. I'm having fun. Mile 3, 114.387. And not quite there, unfortunately, for Daniel Lang on bike number 8866. Definitely been trying all week to get there. I'm sure it's a heck of a ride, regardless of getting the record. You still get to go home and brag that you were able to run on the fabled Bonneville Salt Flats. That's got to be an interesting water cooler conversation. What'd you do this week? What'd you do last week?
Permission to cross from the pits to you. Come on over. Negative. We've got to keep crossing. Of course, you'll be clear. Just a minute. Okay, course one is clear.
All right, we got a clear course. Next up, we're going to send a Corvette.
Was that 187 long? 873 long. Let me know when Canada's clear.
Going on the long course. Car number 873. It's going to be a year before we get to hear that again. Well, unless you go to El Mirage. Off the line, favoring the center right of the course. Car number 873, sounding really nice off the line. Tony behind the controls. That is a B Grand Touring Bravo engine. And bike number 2627 through mile 2 at 147.537, 2 1/4, 150.042, mile 3, 149.885, and shut it down. Running on a 201 class record. And again, 3000cc special construction motorcycle. Partially streamlined using a pushrod engine on gas. That's a lot for one class. Yep, get that list together there, chops and rodders. Get that list together. Make sure water is at the top of the list. It doesn't hurt to bring a little bit of vodka or your flavor of libations. Saguru Murakami-san on course now. Class record is 125.345 and a really sweet sounding Vincent favoring the left side of the course. Red Hot Racing, another Japanese team rider. That is a 500cc modified motorcycle. It's a vintage engine on gas. It's a Vincent. Took some photos of that bad boy a couple days ago. I'll post them up eventually on the Facebook page. And again, as mentioned before, I love sunsets and sunrises, so you can only imagine when I took a picture of that bike. Should be fun. I love it when you guys leave your vehicles on the line overnight, because if I get out here early enough and you're on the front line, it gives me an opportunity to get a cool photo. Sometimes there's too much junk around the vehicles and you don't really get the photo you want, but beggars can't be choosers. Or finders can't be choosers. How's that? And I treat photography very much like a hunt. You get this stupid picture in your head and you got to go hunt for it. It's really entertaining. Bike number 552 through mile 2 at 96.034, 2 1/4, 95.820. Again, I ask, when you're trying to go for a record on a motorcycle, you're supposed to go faster after mile 2. As you know, we know it's not that easy. And shut it down after 2 1/4. Top speed at 96.034 for bike number 552. Let's go down and go visit the Flying Rose and go visit Tweaker Racing down there. What say you guys? Let's not be lazy for morning before it gets hot. See how my camera battery's doing. That's doing good. Transmitter battery is half. I think we're good for another run. Here we go. Let's get on the move. Land Speed Racers helping Land Speed Racers. This is cool.
5 feet.
Bonneville will humble you. Oh, we got a fire. Don't.
It's getting there.
Let that fuel out. It's a little flooded right now. This is why you don't use a beer bong for fuel. There we go.
Darn it.
Come on, Flying.
Next time.
Come on, Flying Rose. Let's go. Sorry.
What did you do?
Dropping everything.
Me too, don't worry.
Poor car. It's not happy right now.
So hold on car 426. Hold on car 426. We're gonna run you.
こちらで出題お願いします。Yes. Yes.
No. He's still getting his own. We're gonna try fire. Ready for you. Yeah, we gotta warm up.
For sure? No, no, we're stopped. We're not going. We don't want to make you mad.
Wait till the light.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good morning.
I wear so many hats.
Yes, you do. Great job. Welcome to the Flying Rose crew.
You're going to go 90, right, Jim?
No.
Okay, just make remember. You want to? Yeah, it was. It's pretty nice. On the whole inside sketch. Yeah.
I've come to find in the world of radio control aircraft, if your engine doesn't want to start and you force to get it running, the airplane usually ends in its demise on that flight. You can interpret that as you wish. Bike number 177, Sushi and Kyo Tweakers Racing at Sushi Yasui, Ohio gozaimasu. Mile 2, 142.399, 2 1/4. 144.384, running on a 147 class record. Mile 3, 119.247. Just knocking on the door of that record, just right there. 5 miles an hour is all they needed. Maybe a little bit of Taco Bell would have helped with that run. And if you were sipping your coffee at that point and spit it all over your monitor, not apologizing. A lifelong RC flyer. There you go. Rick, you know what I mean. I see it happen to the jet guys all the time. Force start their jet engine, or even the glow engines for that matter, and the big gas engines. On course now, bike number 9170. Grabbing for gears, looking for speed, favoring the left side of the course. Roaring on the course like a flock of angry bees. Sounds like a two-stroke, probably a 50cc bike. It's not the most obnoxious two-stroke I've heard, which is good. I'm going to say he's going for something in the range of 50 miles an hour, maybe. Oh, you're going to bring up free flight too? I'm not as good of a modeler with free flight as most, but I've had some fun. Did a little bit of dabbling in the Tustin blimp hangar with some free flight. One of the clubs that I was a president of, I used to have a competition with our scale model club that was actually a powered scale model club, but we did free flight as kind of a fun thing to get people to build more, which was kind of fun. People having a variety of different stick and tissue models, rubber band power. I'll unzip my fly for just a little bit. I am an AMA district associate vice president. See, I'm not just the guy that flaps his gums and makes up rubbish about land speed racing. There's a lot more going on behind these flapping gums. Some of my friends call me an enigma. Jack of all trades, specializes in none. We're still waiting on that bike, 9170. Waiting on him to hit mile 2. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 30 or 40 mile an hour record. Yes, sir.
Is it okay if I come up? I have a quick chat. What you got? Yes, sir. Going first on the speed. Oh, yes. So with the gas. Yes. How are you? Well, pretty good. So it's on its way up now. You know, the folks back in New Zealand appreciate what we're doing here. Oh, yeah, I don't think you want to talk to side. Tell me to shut up or you ask me if you want to do it. Well, you're out. Tell me, let's have you tell me about the car. Yeah. Yeah. They're on their way back up. Okay. So we're going to do our final one.
Number 9,
Time in the wheel, mate.
170 through mile 2 at 46.049. 47 through mile. Wow. Okay. Let's start over. Bike number 9170 through mile 2 at 46.049. 2 1/4. 47.719. Nice clean run for bike number 9170. Small displacement. All right, we've got Kiwi Speed up here, that cool hot rod. Chris Barnes, all the way from New Zealand, sitting up here on the tower. We're going to do a quick interview. Let me get the camera situated. All right. Come on out here. There we go. All right. Go for it. You are live, sir.
You asked me a question, mate.
All right. So you're car number 5757.
Correct, which is blow and gas competition coupe, chasing Woodin's record of 263 miles an hour, which is pretty tough when we're miles away. 63, yeah. It's 28 years old. If it was easy, somebody would have done it.
Wait for the Japanese guys to get off the line. Making a lot of noise. All right, so you got your car here. Did you bring it from New Zealand, or does it stay here stateside?
New Zealand and pay $1 million to the guys on the ports and all that sort of thing, but that's just what us Kiwis have to do. So we brought it over. The car was here in 18, and it's taken us 8 years to get it back again. It's just not an easy exercise. It's as simple as that.
What's the fastest speed you've seen in Australia? I'm assuming
it raced in Australia under the original builder Steve Williams. Had massive handling problems in Australia. That's the only time it's been to Australia. This is my home. This is my family. So this is where I prefer to come.
Okay.
And obviously with the wife in a wheelchair helping us, it's just a much better place. And we've been here numerous times, me and my wife, and it's family. And I get all of the above. It's a wonderful, wonderful, special place. Like we don't have anywhere in New Zealand where I can safely run a car like this, so it's just got to come here, and that's it. I do get the opportunity of being able to get on a racetrack, and I can sort of do quarter of a mile and maybe get into second and just see how it's going, and then I go round the corner, which is only about 120, 30 miles an hour. So, but that's the best you can do.
What's the fastest you've seen so far in your car?
Today, this week we've kind of got back to where we were. So in 2018, I ran 220 miles an hour. I'm not driving. We have two drivers, Lou Gray, who's also an owner, and Bruce Thornton from good old Invercargill, Southland, which is where Bert Monroe comes from, if anybody doesn't know that.
Who just licensed up in the car? So
they've both started as rookies this year and gone through the process. So Lou has run 224 miles an hour, and he has run 222 miles an hour, and Bruce ran 220 miles an hour yesterday. So that's 3 out of the 4 times that the car has gone over 220 miles an hour.
Brilliant.
Myself being the 4th one.
Brilliant.
So interesting from Bruce's run, he did a 2 1/4 for his licensing pass. So he did a 2 1/4 at 189 miles an hour. And he went through the 3 at 189 miles an hour, and then he shut it off. And then Andy Green came out and shook his hand and told him it was the perfect run. So that was a huge buzz for Bruce. You know,
That's pretty cool.
Andy Green's here. We've all been watching him. What a lovely guy, gentleman to meet.
What keeps bringing you back to Bonneville? What keeps calling you back?
It's a salt addiction. You know.
1 second. Hold that thought. Car number 1969 on course now. You will get the timing slip at the bottom of the screen. All right.
You know, obviously it's a speed thing. It's addiction, which, you know, I can't drive at the moment until my health is fixed up. But I went over to Danny Thompson yesterday, and he sort of ripped down his T-shirt and showed me the big scar. So there's hope for me, and I was immediately inspired, and you know, and the appetite for, from my perspective of 300 miles an hour is alive and well.
Good.
So you know, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know how I'll do it, but if I decide I'm going to do something between me and my wife, we do it. So our motto with the wheelchair and whatever we're doing is stuff it, just do it to it.
You only live once.
That's right. You only live once.
Purpose to ride.
And I go back now to Burt Monroe, and I've got the picture of Burt, who's obviously another hero, sitting there out the salt. I can just about picture where that photograph was taken. And in the corner of that is, you live more on a bike like this in 5 minutes than some people do in a lifetime. And I get that.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
well,
yeah.
Kiwi Speed team, appreciate you coming up and saying hi.
Yeah, well,
good luck.
We're on our way. The boys are bringing the car up. This is our last run, and then unfortunately we've got to go home. So Lou will be driving, and we've had a wee bit of a play with jets and that. So it'd be nice to sneak it up a wee bit more. We were aiming for more, but it is what it is.
Good.
And like, we hadn't run the car at all before it left New Zealand. They hadn't even driven it.
Yeah. Highway Patrol probably wouldn't let you.
Sorry?
Your Highway Patrol probably wouldn't let you.
Yeah, no. They don't like me at the best of times, so yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming up. Appreciate it.
And I appreciate everybody and the great, you know, like Jill's brilliant, everybody's brilliant, everybody helps.
Friendly crew
It's a
here.
big family. I go big family / mafia. I don't know which way, but it's a great
Depends
place.
what circle
There's
you're
no
in.
better place. Thank you.
All right. Thank you,
Appreciate
sir.
it. Thank you.
Great job. All right. Kiwi Speed came up to say hi. And car number 1969 did not make it through the traps. It's a turnout for them. That's unfortunate for one of the last runs for them. I'm sure they'll probably turn and burn and get it back in line again for another run. I see Axel Foley, radio control drag racing. Yes, did a little bit of that myself. Hung out for a brief period of time with Steve Sykes and his circle of people back in the day, doing RC drag racing. A few of my buddies, we did a little bit of drag racing when it kind of came back in the late 90s. There was a little resurgence there. We all had cars to run. Of course, we were doing our own drag races amongst ourselves as well, because there was hardly any consistent RC drag racing in our neck of the woods. So good times with the RC drag racing stuff, building our own chassis and coming up with different motor designs, progressing to nitro. In the world of radio control. Roaring on the course now, favoring the left side. As if he was heading to Cooks because the Blue Mountains were getting warm. Daniel Lang, shoveling Bonneville 1350cc special construction motorcycle using a pushrod engine on gas. Rick. Jeez, we got people from Scotland watching. Is that accurate? That's pretty cool. Top of the morning to you, lad. Bike number 8866 through mile 2 at 113.683. 2 1/4, 119.121. Nice job. Increasing speed instead of decreasing speed after the 2. And he is turning out after the 2 1/4. Nice clean run by bike number 8866.
Off the line, in-car video. Where's the parachute shot? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm one ball. The audio. Hey, talk to Richard Lopez. He thinks he can help you with your audio. This is the best. That's been shit for years, though. Oh, the radio's going. Some scratchy asshole record, however they do that. No, I'm right with y'all on there. We're listening to it. It's all.
All right. In case we missed it, bike number 8866 through 2 1/4 at 219.121. Anyway, reviewing back at messages through Facebook, I found that Billy Joe had sent me a message. Thank you for the link for Ladies Auxiliary. We're going to get that link up on the website and on the Facebook page for you guys to check out. Okay, and then Matt Ryan sent over a couple of videos from Mr. Andrew Zach's runs. And of course, he did get his 2 hat this week. His Bonneville 200-mile-an-hour red hat. That is really, really cool. That's an accomplishment right there. I'm going to download these videos now and share with you some of the in-car footage from courtesy of Matt Ryan's. Got to check out his YouTube page. Just search Matt Ryan's, and he's got some pretty cool videos on there that he puts together. Doesn't do live stuff, but he does some great edits, some montage kind of stuff. So we'll share some of that footage with you here in just a little bit. In-car footage at Bonneville. Looks like in both vehicles, looks like 206 and possibly not sure what the other vehicle is. Let's see. Janglo Racing. Oh, that's Langlo. Janglo. That's Langlo. That's inside the Camaro. Oh, how cool is that? Oh, that's a cool shot. Oh, yeah. So we got Langlo Racing car number 222. And we have car number 701, I believe. In car. Oh, this is great. Thank you, Matt Rines, for sending these over. It's too bad it was. I'm late at the wheel here. But we're gonna share these with you guys here in just a minute, as soon as we get this next bike down course. Number 127 back on course again. Big D Cycle sounding really nice. 1000cc bike. It is a modified frame with a vintage engine on fuel. That's bike number 127. He just went just a little bit ago. We're doing some turn and burn runs here. And based on what I remember, I think he set the record this morning. I know that was just a little bit ago, but gosh, if I just sat there and remembered everything, my head would explode. I think he set the record at 123. Let me go back here and look at it. Yes, I believe he set the average at 123.735, I believe. Now, don't hold me to that. But he's back on course now. Ooh, wow, look at that. Mile 2, 136.186. He's qualifying for this record again. Wow. 2 1/4, 2 4, 2 1/4, 133.773. And the clutch is not engaging in the brain. The mouth is moving. Mile 3, 132.102. Not bad at all. Qualified for the record at mile 2 with 136.186. Take the impound, sir. That's another qualification to this record. So what's going to happen is we're going to get these qualifiers back over in the impound, and then we're going to get them back on the line here to try to back up the record before we shut down for the day. So bike number 127 qualifies for that record once again that he set at 123. It was at 121. I believe it was set again, reset at 123.7, and he just qualified for the record once more at 136.186. Nice job, Big D Cycle. Bike number 127. All right, let's take a look at these cool videos from Matt Rhines. This is cool. Let's start out with John Andrzak's run in car 701, I believe it is. Let's see if I can look up that real quick. .701, that is blown fuel, modified roadster. Mile 5, 282.264. Second run was 285.023. Well, let's keep looking on down the road. Let's see, third run, 255 at mile 5. Let's see, that's on the 4th. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That was Tuesday. I'm not going to try to make up a story behind this because whatever I make up is going to be inaccurate, I bet. So I'm just going to share the video. How about that? We'll just do it that way. Here we go. John Andrzak, car number 701, earning his red hat. side of the course, left center, through the tube. That was a rush. Wow. All right, next, let's take a ride with Troy Langlow. I believe that's who was driving. Car number 222. In car. Now we're taking a ride with Troy Langlow off the line. If I heard the story correctly, I think he blew the inside. 153 at 170 miles an hour. He goes 6 miles. And again, my story maybe is really inaccurate, so apologies for that. But that was a run to the mile and 3 miles. First parachute. Second parachute. Gotta love these 360-degree cams. Yeah, looks like it was placed first. Nice. One more time. We'll watch that. How much scenario do you actually have to do? Pretty cool to see those runs. Thank you again. To Matt Rhines for sending those videos over. Check out his YouTube page. Just search Matt Rhines on YouTube. You'll find it quite nicely. I'm thinking on the LSR page, I should probably dedicate a page just for his videos. There's a couple of podcasts out there I think I need to dedicate pages to. Start making that website more inclusive. Number 8886. Back again. This is turn and burn session. Remember last year we had what was that? It was a Plymouth Daytona, I think it was, right? Plymouth Daytona that was turning and burning every time they kept making a run. It would go a couple miles an hour slower, a little slower. Aunt Jean was embarrassing the 8-cylinder by going faster with 4 less cylinders. Shout out to Aunt Jean and the team. Sorry you guys aren't here. I do miss you guys. I had a basket of laundry ready to bolt into the back seat for you guys too. Need to bolt in a basket of laundry in back of Aunt Jean and have you guys donate some shirts. Would be highly entertaining. Love the fact that some of you guys have fun just as much as I do with all of this racing. Well, we got more birds here for some reason. I really think the fires, I hate to sound like a tree hugger, but I really think the fires have displaced a lot of animals. I've seen more birds on the Salt Flats this year than I've seen in the last forever, last 30 years. I mean, I haven't been here every year for the last 30 years, but still. Kind of want to throw some food down for them because, I mean, most animals, they don't live on the salt. It's a very inhospitable area. All the other day, it was kind of super unusual, especially flying around in the daytime. And thankfully, the BLM did catch that owl and took it into the local bird rescue for rehabilitation. And I'm sure it's going to be released back in its appropriate location. So I'm not sure if these birds are from the Colorado fires or from something else out there. Definitely unusual. This poor bird's just kicking back on the top of the motorhome, looking really just confused, doesn't know what to do. It needs water, it needs something. All right, I'm gonna stop tree hugging now. Cars coming back to the line. Ooh, there's an interesting spotting. I see the White Goose Bar cruising in with their 240Z. Wonder who's going to be driving. David licensed up yesterday in that ride. Got the Vincent back on the line. Up next, Suguru Murakami-san. Bike number 552, 500cc modified motorcycle using a vintage engine on gas. Grabbing for gears, looking for speed, favoring the left side of the course. Working on a class record of 125.345. Red Hot Racing with Suguru. Get it right, buddy. Murakami-san. Class record 125.345. Going through mile 2 as we speak. Beautiful red Vincent. 96.613. Looking for a 125.345. Still roaring pretty good down course. 2 1/4, 96.301, going 0.3 of a mile slower. That's a bummer. Not sure that that's what they wanted out of that.
I got eyes on that bike. Roger that. Looks like they're well clear. It's not a big problem.
I think we'll go mobile on the White Goose Bar here. How about that? Flying Rose is over off to the side, sorting out their engine issues. Chico's back in line again. Let's go mobile. How about that? We're here. Let's not get lazy. How's the battery on the camera? Camera battery. I should put one in my pocket just in case. That battery is getting dead. Keep that with me because we're going to need it. Is this in my back pocket? Oh, it's a photo. That's cool. All right, transmitter battery. Oh, transmitter battery's dead. That battery did not last long. I think I need to throw that one in the recycle bin. Throw this over here. So there's a Bojangles that opened up here at Wendover. Talk about food for a minute. Anyone know what the heck a Bojangles is? Because I certainly don't. I think I saw something on Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s podcast about Bojangles, and I thought it was a joke. I thought it was something he made up as part of some of his fun. But there's actually an establishment called Bojangles. Anyone ate there? Comments, questions, or comments and recommendations on Bojangles? Speak up. Let's see it in chat. Bojangles.
Okay. All right.
How we doing?
Good.
Who's strapped in?
Andre.
Andre. Go get it, buddy.
Sir.
Doing a license pass.
Don't let me interrupt.
About 2 today. Got a hot lap in here, I think.
Yep. Thank you.
Feel good? Yep. Okay, start buckling up here. Okay. Shoulder strap in. Put restraint. Other shoulder strap in. Okay. Ready for a lap belt tight? Yep. Oh yeah, that was. Ready? How's that? How's that? Yeah, on the belt. I'll push you up. Push up the line. I'm there to take it down. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Not like that. Any word on the force field?
Don't they need to take down the middle? Oh.
I got you.
off the push truck, and away he goes. 2420 Andre behind the controls. Not sure if that's a licensing run. They're a little busy to find out. But you guys will get the timing slip at the bottom of the screen. So I'll leave that up to you guys. Meanwhile, someone keeps popping in about two-stroke stuffing. I'm trying to figure out what the heck is that? Well, we're about to find out. Let's go take a look at two-stroke stuffing. Bike number 190.
Spent 1 week wrenching, and it seems like it's working now. Like,
Finally.
yeah, hopefully it actually takes off. It's been just a week of that. So I think it's it.
As another land speed racer said, Bonneville will keep you humble.
Yeah,
It's doing that.
a week of wrenching. This is like now it's haven't had one good run yet. Now it's like this morning starts like working on well. Yep. Right. You? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You get the speed. Turn down.
Yeah. I got the radio on. I'm just waiting.
Okay.
Gotta get back to work. Yeah.
You're the rider. You're the lucky guy, huh?
Yeah.
What are you going for on a record?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's a little bit light sprocket, I think, but we'll try.
All right.
I think we have a little more RPM than last year, so on this sprocket, so maybe.
How many runs so far this week?
This will, no, 0.
0. That's why I haven't seen you all week then.
Yeah.
All right. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
we have tried 3-4 times, but loose pistons, loose clutch.
Oh, rough week.
Yeah, this is it.
Go get it, buddy.
Thank you.
I'm really slightly confused by this engine at the moment. I see an intake. I'm not sure exactly what I'm staring at here, folks. I see a tuned pipe. I see some identifiable parts here. Looks like it's fuel injected. Where the hell is the cylinder? Ah, there it is. Look how small that engine is. This is a 50cc bike. Just a baby cylinder head there. Looks like it's water cooled. Got a nice little radiator there out front. Tune pipe. Belt driven with a chain. Looks like there's a little bit of a gear. Centrifugal clutch on a belt with a chain.
Manually shifted.
Manually shifted. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that. Got a hydraulic. Oh, that's like a CVT transmission.
Yeah, with manual. So
That is very
manual
cool.
continuously variable.
Yeah, he's got a CVT transmission on this thing. And it's manually adjusted. Huh. This is pretty cool. We're on the wrong side of the light to be able to see this, but that's all right. All right, get out of these guys' way. Huh. What a bike. Want to talk about a bunch of engineering happening? This is it right here. So he's got a constant variable transmission that's manually adjusted, water-cooled, two-stroke, 50cc engine. And I'm a little confused on how the rider is on the bike. Is this going to be one of those lay-down bikes? Looks like going to be a Superman ride here, guys.
By the way, thanks for calling me 6
I
times.
see the foot pegs there at the back. Wheel back there, you see that? He's got his foot pegs back there. He's sitting where the fuel tank would normally go, but he's going to sit back quite a ways further. And then you see that valley. Looks like that's where his chest is going to go. Huh. And then he's got some electronics up on the front there that he can look at. There's a lot going on this 50cc bike.
Yep. All right.
Wow. Come on, baby. No, 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 no. Aww. Not fair. Darn it. Well. Okay. It sounded good. Not sure what happened there. It wasn't happy. All right, let's go back up to the Gallows trailer. Oh, we got the JCB team back out here again. Uh-oh. You guys are out here floating around again. Does that mean you're going to try for another run?
Not today, no, next week.
Next week.
Got exciting stuff going on next week.
Awesome.
So we've got the salt.
Is Andy coming back out to spectate at all? Or
No, next week we've got
next
the salt.
week? Well, I understand that, but today is he going to come back out?
We've got big meetings and lots of work.
Of course. Tons of work, of course. Planning and all that for next week. Good luck on that for the FIA record.
Absolutely.
Good job on getting the Bonneville
I
record.
know.
Isn't that great?
I mean, it's increased by 20. It's
Yep. Great job, guys.
Thank you so much.
Well, you know what that means. That means I didn't get my Andy Green autograph for the poster. I'm not sure when the video cut out. Sorry about that, guys. Battery went dead on the camera. Had to come back up. Hopefully you're able to see two-stroke stuffing make their, I think probably their second attempt. They've had their struggles for the week, much like many teams for SpeedWeek 2026. I see Kiwi Speed back in line. Chico's back in line. Couple of JCB crew members on the line, just getting some random photos. Talked with him just a minute. I was hoping to get my Andy Green signature today. I was hoping he'd come back out on the salt, but I did not get a chance to get that. And I'm not a guy that wants to get autographs from people, but I created a poster specifically with the idea of posting both of his timing slips with his signature and frame it, and then possibly donate it to the SCTA for the banquet to try to raise funds. All right, we are waiting on the next couple of vehicles to come up and get rolling, get running. "15 seconds downtime." Okay, cool. Thanks for the heads up, guys. I timed that almost perfectly. I meant to do that. Not. Oh, man. Now, hopefully you guys had a good opportunity to see the two-stroke stuffing machine. That's pretty interesting. The whole week someone keeps chiming in, two-stroke stuffing, and I'm just, you know, it's like the Alex Taylor question. Is Alex Taylor in line? It's like the running joke from last year. And it was an actual serious question. And there it is. There's the team. Pretty neat bike. A lot of engineering happening there on that bike. World's fastest delivery truck. Probably no joke. I bet you that truck's seen better than 70 miles an hour. Yeah, maybe with a gear change, you would see 70 miles an hour. Bet you that bread truck came with some pretty low gears. Probably limited to about 65, I bet. That's the kind of truck I need for the live stream. Something like that with a rack on the top. Or something like the SCTA timing tower where it pops up to make two stories. So you're up above and you can see the cars better. And then, of course, it's set up once and doesn't have to be set up and torn down every single day. That way, every single day, something new as far as a glitch can be introduced every time. And then it can be set up to where I can bring drivers in and interview them in the comfort of air conditioning. Future state. A little bit of cone abuse by one of the SCTA officials down there. Appreciate you all tuning in today. LSR Live is the website to tell your friends. Easiest way on how to tell them where to look for live LSR coverage. This is the final day of SpeedWeek 2026. Exactly. It's kind of like having a bar. You have a bar and AC, and suddenly everyone wants to come hang out. Everyone's best friend. Luckily this morning AC isn't quite needed just yet. It's only 85.4 degrees. It's a little warm on the salt while you're walking around. You'll develop a sweat, but sitting in the shade with the breeze blowing through, you're kind of okay. It's nice and cool. Water misters, yes. Amusement park style water misters. Interesting hack that I found out this year, which is kind of funny, for staying somewhat cool during this process. You know, I wear those Bonneville Nationals, those white Bonneville Nationals shirts that they give to those who are official volunteers. And this year I elected to buy some undershirts that were skin tight. And I'll tell you, that was the best thing ever. I didn't think that was going to be a good idea. I thought I was going to be miserable, but it worked out really, really well. It keeps you a lot cooler. If you wear a loose shirt, yesterday I ran out of those shirts and I wore a loose shirt, undershirt, and I'm wearing a loose shirt today, and it's definitely hotter, which is interesting. I would have thought opposite. So a little bit of hack there, guys. You come out to hang out on the salt, your undershirt should be something that's skin tight, and it'll help you stay cooler. Or maybe that's just my perception. Waiting on the next vehicle to run. Got Chico back there getting prepped, and Kiwi Speed working to get their coupe rolling. Flying the New Zealand flag on the roof. Not to be confused with the Australian flag. All right, we're waiting around here. Let's play around a bit. I don't know who is new that just chimed in or came in, but welcome in. Do we want to beat on the horse of seeing the Strasbourg go through the 5 mile again? I'm not going to play video from 2000 whatever or 19 whatever Bonneville. Yeah, I know we're waiting for the next vehicle, and we're winding down the day here. This is a part day. It's only going to be about, I think, 2 hours left of racing. It's 10:15 right now. I think we're going to be closing this up at noon, if I'm understanding things correctly. Won't even have to turn the AC on, I don't think. Shout out to everyone in chat. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Let's take a look at the numbers for today. Wow, I'm impressed. You guys are all tuning in to check out an empty starting line. I'm sorry. Got Chico walking over. His team's getting his bike prepped. Had a pretty cool interview with him earlier about his week. Well, all right. Let's give you guys kind of a perspective or rundown. I don't know about a rundown, maybe just a perspective. From my view of capturing some moments from SpeedWeek. We'll tell just a brief story. How about that? So if you're coming from the West Coast, once you get past Vegas, it's a pretty neat drive. I mean, it's a really neat drive, especially if there's been just a little bit of rain. Things tend to green up. You think it's going to be brown, ugly desert, and not so much. There's a picture just after Ely, or just before Ely. So you're getting into the Salt. One of the stops, I was going to play a joke on Jill on the start line. This was for sale at one of the gas stations. I thought for sure this would be really cool to leave on the start line for Jill. Put some chocolate on it so that when I went and grabbed it, it would be on my hand. Would have been great. And then once done with that joke, just leave it over by the porta potty for a good laugh. I don't know, that's my sense of humor. Yeah, I'm 12. And of course, I love this. In Ely, there is this tank at the VFW, Sherman tank. And my nickname is Tank Panzer, so every time I see one of these tanks as a guard at a VFW, I have to stop and get a picture. Traveling through, showing up to the hotel, greeted by this awesome truck. Pretty cool. Lots of really neat little details on this truck. South Omaha Turds. That's where it came from. And of course, there's the car show that is usually at the Nugget. This year it was at the Red Garter. I usually like to try to get some detail shots. Some of the cars. I'm really big on hood ornaments and emblems. So these are raw. I haven't even edited these shots yet. So, and here we go, arriving on the Salt. 0 marker. Looking down the blue line, that floating mountain. Here is the Beast. I did capture a picture of the fake Beast, not the real Beast. This is Dave Herbert's car. Yeah, I was there. I love random things. And this guy had flamingos up. I think this was the Mighty Mouse, the thing that I keep saying is an MG, but it's something else. That really cool stubby pickup, known as Mighty Mouse. Yet to spend 30 seconds or more next to that vehicle. I want I need to get some alone time with that thing and learn more about it. But a little bit of flamingo action there, kind of funny. There's JCB on the Salt, getting prepped. There's Andy Green. This is Andy Green getting ready to do a fire bailout. Which is kind of cool. Just getting through the rundown on what's to be expected. Couple more shots going through his fire bailout test. Oh, I needed some bolts. Sorry, there's a local hardware store. Had to document what was needed. Another cool hood emblem. This was at the car show, at the Red Garter. This was a neat little hot rod there that I found with a bunch of cool military stuff. It was as if this car was built as if some guy was just finding random artifacts on the military base. It's kind of cool. We are waiting on the start line. Couple of vehicles to come up. Kind of waiting on that. Saturday morning. The first day, not knowing what I was rolling into. Saturday morning. It's a beautiful sunrise. But was definitely abused Saturday. One of my favorite combinations there, you've got salt and lime modified roadster, that really cool C10. Yeah, I told you guys I love sunrises, right? As you're driving, get past the bend in the road, this is what you're greeted early in the morning. This is your view that you get to see if you haven't been to Bonneville. That's what you're missing if you're not here early in the morning, greeted with beautiful sunrises and layered mountains. There's a beautiful lineup for you. Strasbourg, Gearhead Gurus, Garage Shop, all on the front line. Really cool lineup. Oh, you got the Beast, Auto Power, Spirit of Auto Power. JCB team. Yeah, I'm like a Japanese tourist. Oh, there we go. Bonneville Bullet. This is a cool bike. Hate to be the guy to polish it, but that's a really, really cool bike. Sorry for the slideshow, guys, but we're a little slow on time. This truck was really cool. This production pickup was really, really cool. There was all these little details. It was really as if you found Grandpa's truck in the North 40 and decided to turn it into a land speed truck. It was so cool. The bed had a street sign or a grocery store sign or something in the back to cover the bed. And that's looking down at your office. Now looking down from the office at the work you got to do down course as a driver. Now we got Church of Speed Nick doing work. Salt Shark. This was cool. This is, oh man, the salt shark. This was a neat experience to see the salt shark partly naked. You're going to be surprised on the next couple of photos here. This is cool. So there's the drive line. It is a front wheel drive car. And as I mentioned, the engine is just back there. Mentioned before, the engine's back there at the second body panel. But there's a lot to stuff in to the salt shark engineering wise. Here it is from a side profile. You really can't see where the engine's at there, but the engine's right there about middle of the screen. It's a little dark. I'll get you a brighter photo here in a second. There's the engine. So if you see the sticker there at the top, you know the engine begins just after that sticker where that body panel is at. And there's the engine right there. And there's a turbo in here somewhere, right? The turbo is right here in the center of your screen. I think I have a different photo to show you where that turbo is at. There it is, right there. There's the snail hanging out inconspicuously. And that's all behind the driver. He's sitting out in front of the wheels. He's the first person that becomes a lawn dart when you hit the ravine out there. But look at how much stuff is just in there. How do you get all of that inside this frame? There's your fire system. You can see how the frame is built. And you see the back wheels back there just along for the ride. Really neat to see the salt shark naked. Nope. This was neat to see. I was trying to get one of my photographer friends to shoot some photos of this. Got a radial engine. We've all seen this truck before in various different shows and magazines, but out on the salt, had I had time, I would have taken my camera over there and took a legitimate photo. Got the JCB team back out on the salt, trying to license up. Oh, there you go. There's a cool perspective. Again, if you've never been to Bonneville, got to come at least once. Oh, salt shark on the line. This was impound a couple days ago. You got Chico back there. Got Derek McLeish. You've got Scott Birdsall, car number 107, or truck number 1079. God, I love the mini pickup class. White Goose. No, that's not White Goose Bar. That is 1978. That's escaping me. Or 778. 1978 Toyota pickup. Don't remember what was under the cover. You got the Sabre. Here's what it looks like for JCB. And Keith Turk's car. An impound. This was a cool truck. Saw this and man, it's a nice rig. Now this is a memorial for Vannie Johnson, or excuse me, Vanley Johnson. It's a gentleman that flew in the United States Air Force. He was a test pilot. And he crashed out here, just augured the thing in. And a bunch of us usually try to collect a bunch of parts and keep it. There's a bunch of parts scattered out there, and we try to collect them and put them all in one place. And all of us at some point visit this memorial every year to make sure that the solar panels are nice and clean and the lights still turn on. And some of us replace the American flag when it needs to happen. Others have donated the stainless steel sign and the stanchions to keep this memorial site alive. So, more sunsets. I told you I like sunsets and sunrises. Jeez. All right, enough of the slideshow, guys. Sorry for the slideshow, but hey, oh, this is the Vincent. Remember the Vincent that we were talking about earlier? As soon as I edit these photos, they're going to be cool. Just the little details. A little bit of sun coming through the number board. Love this bike. It's really neat. I mean, there's just so much going on. Look at the little details. Someone took some time to machine that trailing arm. Just a neat little bike. Oh, this was fun. Someone brought little cars. And I saw that and immediately, you know, I did photography in the toy industry for a while, so immediately my toy industry photography days kicked in a little bit, having a little fun there. That's just, I don't know, whatever. We've all seen this car run at Goodwood, the largest production engine ever stuffed into a car at Goodwood. It's really cool to see that thing run at the Goodwood Festival. Okay, I think I'm done. No more. Oh, that was this morning. Drive into the Salt. I think I was really happy with the shadowing on the mountains. Why I did these photos. That, again, that was this morning. All right. Enough of that. Since you sat through all that, fine. I'll do this one more time. Here. Right hand on it, Zach. Car number 71. Or no, 206. Excuse me. 206. No, no one flew out and landed on the track. You're actually not allowed during the SCTA event to land an airplane on the Salt. And I actually, as an aviator, I don't think I would recommend doing that unless you have bush tires. On the groomed surface, let's say the day after they close the event, land on the track. I think you would be quite okay by doing that. But if you don't have bush tires and you're landing out here on the Salt without that kind of a tire, you're going to find yourself in trouble very quickly. I have flown over Bonneville Salt Flats myself. I've actually the first time I flew out here, I flew the track. Flew probably 5 feet above the ground and flew to about the 6 mile and turned out. It was fun to do. It was a great experience. Didn't hurt anybody. And that's about as far as you can go with an airplane, because past this mile 6 is military airspace. So you don't want to enter that without prior permission. And it's not a MOA, it's actually military airspace. All right. Fired up now. Gas competition coupe. Kiwi Speed 5757. On course now. Car number 5757. They've been slowly getting their drivers licensed up. They were rookies at the beginning because those drivers hadn't been here before. Final 2, 182.901, 2 and a quarter, 199.715. Getting some good speed out on this run. The 3 at 205.921. Looks like a nice run for our 575. That's the fastest they've been so far of the week. 2 to 4, 116.998. Heading for the 5. 222.235, an exit speed of 223.333. Nice run by Kiwi Speed. 5756. 284.
Is it?
It's class record. He's
I'll
running on a
do
284.
it. I can tell you right now. It's gonna take off.
He's running on a 284. All right. I think I was muted. Car number 5757 through mile 2 at 182.901. 2 and a quarter, 199.715. Looking good. Mile 3, 205.921. Mile 4, 216.998. And roaring through mile 5 at 222.235 with an exit speed of 223.333. Nice, clean run for car number 5757. Running on a 284 class record. And RS Garage, White Goose Bar, car number 3240 back on the line again. Andre behind the controls for his second run in the 240Z. Roaring on the course now. Car number 3240 with Andre behind the controls. I believe he is working on licensing up in this car. 240Z powered by a 6-cylinder 2JZ engine with a giant turbo sticking out of the top of the hood. Car number 3240 going through mile 2 at 165.563. 2 1/4, 184.623. Heading for mile 3. 182.823, a little slower through mile 2. Must have hit a slippery spot. Shoots out after mile 3 at 182.823. Licensing up for car number 3240 with Andre behind the controls.
Does he have a camera on him right now? Okay. Yeah. So, well, unlike him, I'm out here at Bonneville SpeedWeek right now with my camera equipment. Every piece of camera equipment that he has, I did, and 200 to 500. Smoked it. So, every piece of equipment, almost every single piece of equipment that he has was given to him by me. Almost everything I would upgrade and say, here, dude, take it. I'm not going to do it.
All to add to Chico's struggles for the week. His starter went out on his motorcycle. So now he's got to get a push start from his crew members. That sucks. All right, I'm going to take a walk down to the salt and get a gauge on what's happening, see if we're going to shut down. I think we have one person in impound right now, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Get a gauge on this. Be right back.
remember when we agreed that we were going to get new ones? Yes. I do. I didn't interject that. No, I just don't want to ruin my week. Easy there, big fella.
When people first started racing out here, the salt thickness could be measured in times less. In a few years, it might not be suitable for racing at all. Salt flats racing is evolving with time. Rick Visco saw this many years ago. He wanted to build a car which was worth to drive 500 miles per hour without using jets or rockets. And he wanted to do it before the salt was gone. So in 1981, Rick started sketching out the car, giving it a wider front track and narrower rear track to ensure that the rear tires would receive fresh salt undisturbed by the fronts. He made a few models to show potential sponsors and supporters. At the time, the wheel-driven land speed record was just over 420 miles per hour. It was held by Goldenrod, a streamliner powered by 4 Chrysler engines, so its high conventional power output of 2,400 horsepower. Rick named the car Project 425, aiming for 425 miles per hour. He teamed up with Dave Spangler, president of Overheaders, to raise sponsorship for the project. Rick's brother Don was busy trying to go 400 miles per hour on a modified version of that motorcycle they built, but high-speed crash ended that project. Don had many minor injuries, but the vehicle was still going. So Don joined his brother on Project 425. The car was originally conceived with a pretty standard powertrain, more standard for land-speed racing anyway. It started life with 2 Chevy engines, just regular naturally aspirated incorporated engines. But the team lost the sponsorship they had for those engines when somebody in the secondary company gave them $3 million. After that, it got rid of race car engines, 2 turbocharged Hauser engines, and multiple Milwaukees. These engines dominated automobile racing in the U.S. for decades, and they fell off. They put out about 1,000 apiece, and you got the big turbos on it. There was 159 cubic meters that they were running. Unfortunately, as most racers know, a lot of power does not mean a lot of fun. The Offie thing broke right away. We got up to 397, I think. Anyway, it dropped an intake valve. He had a shared flow chamber thing on it, and it killed both motors. We couldn't find parts. 125 miles per hour was going to take a lot of power. Really, this car needs to be able to accelerate. Land racing is not drag racing. You're trying to go 425 miles per hour. It's pretty good drag racing. There are only 4 or 5 miles of speed, using less to slow down. The total length changes sometimes depending on the volume. So, but if you're looking for serious speed, you need to get up to that speed as quickly as possible. The answer came when Rick's brother Don went down to San Diego for a race and saw the turbine-powered boats making insanely fast passes. Don calls me and says, these boats are going 200 with the no wake zone. And he says, we got to get an engine. And somehow, some way, it was a T55 engine we ended up with, yellow tagged engine. It wasn't blown up. It fit in that frame. That's a perimeter frame. 83 thousandths ended up being the clearance between the burner can and the drive shaft to the rear wheel drive. I mean, it was like it was made for it. This is a military surplus. You originally want to shoot the helicopter. And yes, it is a turbine engine, which is similar to those cars that I was just saying were not actual cars. But here's the difference. Those are jet engines that make power by injecting gases out back at very high speeds. The wheels are just along for the ride. The turboshaft engine in this race car actually rotates the wheels. It'll get into more details in like the weight cars, actual cars. Have lots of different types of engines: gas, diesel, electric, hybrid, hydrogen, steam cars were operating for a while. Speaking of all these cars having wheel-driven cars, race their engines, give a good car testing.
All right, Chico's fired up. Just a little bit of starter problems there to add to his stuff. All the things that he's had to experience through the week. This is his last opportunity to try to qualify for this record again so he can turn around and back it up. He's got until 11 a.m. to get this, to qualify for this record. After 11 a.m., qualified vehicles will come up and do their backup runs until 12. Here we go, engines at temp. In gear. Away you go. Come on, baby. Go get it. Go get it. You're welcome. Sorry for pushing your guy over. I'm sorry. Man. Sorry. Gosh. Absolutely. Absolutely. Go get it. Get involved. All right, let's check on Chico here, see what his times are. Let's go. Through the 2 for bike number 3339. Chico, mile 2, 169.117. He's running a 173 class record. He's been really, really short by like a few tenths of a mile an hour. He's through 2 1/4 at 171.614. This is looking good and promising to qualify for the record again. Through the 3, 171.615. Not much climb there at mile 3. Come on. Let's go. It's looking for the 173.686. Come on, mile 4. Mile 4, Bueller. Turned out after mile 3. Gosh darn it. So sorry, Chico. Turned out at mile 4 after mile 3 at 171.615. Didn't climb much between 2 1/4 and mile 3. That was the last attempt for 2026. Next up will be the record return cars after this. They will parade up here. I think there's only a few of them. And then that'll be the last part of SpeedWeek. That'll be the end here pretty soon.
I dropped the deuce last night. It took me 45 seconds. Yeah, I don't know that. Then I also don't eat like shit either.
And when you see someone trying to get something done, you kind of want to jump in and help the situation out. We got them fired up and roaring down course, but it just wasn't enough engine to say you qualified for the record. Well, that's Chico will have to wait until World Finals. Reevaluate the situation. All right, next step is going to be record return vehicles. I think there's one or two record return vehicles, and they should be coming to the line at some point. They'll be on their way up.
SpeedWeek, but there are two other events later in the year. At the Bonneville Speed event in September, the team returned and broke its own record, setting a new record of over 482 miles per hour. The top speed was 492, just barely shy of 500. 2 weeks later, in October, at the World Finals event, Terminator 2 made only one run. By the end of mile 2, it was traveling over 370 miles per hour. The average speed over the third mile was 400. Fourth mile average was 459. The average speed of the last mile was 493 with an exit speed of 503 miles per hour. It was the fastest wheel-driven car, the fastest car using actual tires instead of salvage absorbed, the fastest car in every event that year, and the first and still only car that's ever exceeded 500 miles per hour without a rocket revs. 7 years after pregnancy, what was originally called Project 425, he had just made his dream again.
The setting for one of the most awesome challenges in the world. The land speed engineering at its most extreme. Rich in 1997, the British thrust SSC to a mind-blowing 763 miles per hour. Record that has remained untouched for over 2 decades. But now in Perth, Australia, an ambitious team have built a car that they believe will one day rewrite history. The Aussie Invader. Well, here she is. Centimetre fastest car. Was it made of 5R? 55 feet in length, 6.5 tonne weight. Very well, 200,000 horsepower, 62,000 pounds. This extraordinary machine is the culmination of a life's work for inventor and driver Oscar McLash. I believe this car is the most innovative advancement car ever seen. This baby here is a special car, very, very fast. This car is perfect. It's got everything in the right place. It's a real pleasure. To create a car as fast as a speeding bullet requires cutting-edge technology. Keith and Jenny Lovett are part of the team striving to create this engineering first.
Isn't it absolutely one of the most exciting parts of the car projects in the world?
Dynamics of the car do shield, aerospace, rocket engine, with splits, even paint use on the car has to be able to cope with super high speeds.
Aussie Invader's futuristic bodywork has just been completed. The team is now working on its propulsion system. But this will not only have to break the land speed record. Incredibly, Roscoe has another audacious goal in its sights.
This is a one-off, excellent, unique car. Aussie Invader 5R is the ultimate car.
Aussie Invader is constructed around a unique steel tube. Two full-tank speed and liquid propellant powerful enough to break the sound barrier in 15 seconds. Before state-of-the-art air brakes and compression system bring this horizontal rocket to a halt. The aircraft 24 kilometers.
You're driving along with it. He did.
But as this pioneering team moves into the unknown, the challenges are immense. How is it possible to create fighter jet performance on 4 wheels?
Like a car going as fast as we want to go. It's 1.5. You need 8 power.
How do you ensure Aussie Invader won't break up?
Three, 4,000 miles an hour, wheels 10,000 RPM, strange things happen.
And how can it safely slow down from supersonic speeds?
It has been intelligence built awakening system that because there is code that tells us what we need to do.
The fact that few have even attempted to travel this fast on land poses perhaps the biggest problem. So how do you even know what's
Right, there's only one record return vehicle that's coming back. And once that vehicle runs, we're making it a wrap. That will be the final Speed Week, final run for Speed Week 2026. SCTA-BNI.org is the official website for Southern California Timing Association. Be sure to check out that website for future events as well as results from Speed Week 2026 and previous years. Oh, that's a funny Lee Kennedy joke there. I will leave that alone. All right. Let's do at least one house cleaning session for the SCTA so that they can continue to be supported.
He's in the trap now at 6,500. The best he can do. He's out. His time, car 138C turned at 151.06.
Then race side by side towards the right opening ahead. The cars explode from the tunnel onto a dusty desert road. A woman countersteers as the blue roadster slides sideways. It's like the road between their mountains. The scene is pointed and high. The yellow mountains, intersection of Avon Power Smoke. Go cars, from the illuminated The astronaut in a bulky white spacesuit suddenly stands in the center of the roadway. It approaches not only them to the plus the astronaut stop, clear high. The woman hides and lands in a grasp of the yellow car. No illegal, minted in white. The cars explode from the tunnel onto a dusty desert road. The woman countersteers as the blue roadster slides sideways. Its white leather tires are rolling down under.
Alright, brother. You got it.
we realized that I was no longer driving conscious, and I was in a different dimension. Just going. And I realized I was well beyond my conscious understanding. Just going. Racing through the garage. They weave around parked vehicles and construction equipment at concrete column street pad. The blue roadster follows inches behind the yellow car down a curvy ramp.
All right, next event will be October 10th through the 11th, and that is El Mirage. Actually, you know, before that is going to be World Finals. Come to think of it, El Mirage is October 10th through 11th, and World Finals is September 26th through 29th. I'm not sure that I will be here for World Finals. World Finals is on the books, but I need to double check with the new job and make sure that they're okay with that, because I went from Oshkosh on business, and that puts you out of the office for a couple of weeks and straight to here, and this is vacation time. We'll see how it works out at the office when I get back, see what I have to clean up and not clean up. But I have it on the calendar for World Finals, so that'll probably be the next event, actually. And then El Mirage in October, and then November is the final points race at El Mirage. Thank you all for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Again, we're waiting on the last record return car to show up. And once that record return run car shows up, that'll be the end for 2026. It's been a fun week. It's been really interesting watching the trials and tribulations of the various different land speed racers trying to get their records. people walked away with their 2 hat. Congratulations to John Andrzak on your 2 hat. That's really cool. In the middle of the chaos of all this, I didn't either recognize or remember that he got his 2 hat. Just so much going on all at once, you get kind of overwhelmed a bit. It's kind of interesting. There's a lot happening, especially when there's multiple courses. All right, here comes the record return vehicle. It looks like it's going to be a motorcycle potentially, I think, unless it was the Sabre. We'll find out when it rolls out of the back of the trailer. Judging by the trailer and the gas can in the back and the rider, I believe it's a motorcycle. Maybe it's 2 motorcycles. Indeed, 2 motorcycles. All right. Bike number 127 is warming up right now for a record return run. Qualified with a 132.773. So short course bike. Roaring down course, favoring the left side of the course, grabbing for gears, looking for something north of 132.773. The class record. I believe the class record was 121. There we go. 121.898 is the class record. So he ran a 136 at mile 2. He qualified with a 136.186. Should hopefully be a good average for him if he gets what he's looking for. Mile 2, 133.512. That average is looking good. 2 1/4, 133.382. Heading for mile 3. Mile 3, 131.616. Top speed is in mile 2 at 133.512. 133.512. That averages out to be 134.849. Looks to me like he earned that record. Congratulations, Mr. Ambrose. Take it to impound. Big D Cycle. 1000cc modified motorcycle using a vintage engine on fuel. Bike number 127. Last bike on the line, bike number 9170B. Grabbing for gears, looking for speed, favoring the center of the course. At the quarter mile. The last run for SpeedWeek 2026. That's bike number 9170. Last run of SpeedWeek 2026. As we wrap it up, SCTA BNI would like to thank all volunteers, sponsors, racers, family members for all of you supporting land speed racing. Remember to visit scta-bni.org, scta-bni.org for the official website of Southern California Timing Association. That is the best place to get official results and look for future events. LSRlive.com is the website for the live stream. If you want to tell your friends, that's the easiest way to tell your friends. LSRlive.com. My name is Tim Johnson, who was your host all week. I appreciate all of you hanging out and enjoying land speed racing from the perspective of a one-man band. Shout out to Mark Brazeau. He's always had amazing support for this adventure that I started, and hope he is doing well hanging out in the jacuzzi today. And of course, we'll see him out at El Mirage. I'm pretty sure we won't see him at World Finals. He is going to be attending his high school reunion. One of the main reasons why he didn't come to SpeedWeek, because he wanted to make sure he's in good health for that high school reunion.
That stuff in here? But I can't walk up downstairs.
That's fine. Part of the Zipper Club.
Yeah.
So I get it. I won't be able to do this at some point. I'll have to have that replaced. So anyway.
Then you'll be like new.
Yes, Bionic Man.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Safe travels. All right, once again, guys, scta-bni.org for that website. And the host, me, Tim Johnson, appreciate you all tuning in. I really do appreciate you all for hanging out. All right, that is it. We're cutting it off. I got interrupted. Part of Chico's team thanked me for helping push the motorcycle to get them started. So it was kind of cool. Anyway, they didn't have to do that. Until next time, guys, have a great afternoon. Go hug your family, go hug your friends, go hang out with your friends and family, enjoy their time. Do that thing that you want to get done, because you and I might not be here tomorrow, as Art Fonz would say. Have a great day. Until next time, see you soon. This copyrighted broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted. Any unauthorized recording, reproduction, rebroadcast, redistribution, or use of this presentation in whole or in part is prohibited without the express written consent of LSR Live. LSR Live would like to thank all for watching.